You see, the way that we define sinners in the context of the story of Jesus, for example, right? It was sinners in the sense of people that made mistakes, that maybe led lives that they regretted as well, and they didn't necessarily want to lead those lives, and maybe did things that they didn't feel were really aligned with the depth of their being. But people that wanted to repent, people that wanted to return to a good life, while still being rendered by the group that they lived in as sinners. In those times, having simply certain jobs is like considered already sinful in itself, or at least impure, maybe not sinful, but at least impure. And Jesus was willing to engage with anybody who would listen. And he would say this a lot: do you have ears? Then listen, And then who did he actually consider sinners? Not the ones that were rendered sinners in his social frame, but the highest people of his social frame, the religious leaders of that time, which he pointed out time and again as acting, thinking, speaking in sinful ways that don't align with the actual divine principle. So he actually put it upside down, the whole idea of what is sinful and what is pure. He presented it very clearly. He even said, the first will be the last, right? And the last will be the first. Everything will be reversed. If you repent now, if you can see that there's a necessity for you to be humble and to ask for God's help and to rethink your life and redo your life, you're welcome to come. It doesn't matter who you were, right? But if you sit there on your religious high horse and you're actually conspiring to kill someone who's helping so many people, namely Jesus himself, well, there's not much to do for you, right? So it needs to be seen on this point of what's the definition of sinner, right? And in the universal sense, there is no sin that needs to stay. If you repent and reverse your behavior and transform yourself, you don't have to stay any particular way. That's the beauty about this universe. You don't have to stick with all the mistakes that you've ever made. Of course, sometimes you need to go through some processes and rearrange some things, but there's always hope. There's always, the Father is always waiting to call you back in and to reach out and to bring you back.
When Ramakrishna was asked this question, what should I do? Should I hang out? Should I spend time with people who are not on the spiritual path? And Ramakrishna said, when a tree is small, you put some fence around it so that the cows don't eat it, don't step over it. But once the tree is big, you can tie an elephant to it, and the elephant will stay because the tree is so big. So there are different stages in our spiritual life, and we need to act accordingly. If, when we spend time with people who are totally not on the path, we are very firm and clean, and we don't come out of there traumatized, and maybe they are open and beautiful things happen in their life, fine. But to be very realistic that that's what happened. And if not, then for now we are in a safe environment until we go beyond this nursery stage and we get a good trunk. Yeah? Once you have a good trunk, you're fine.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on spirituality, Tantra and more.
And if you want to sign up for our online classes or for our retreats, you can see our website on the description below.